Howdy folks, Dave here at Thunder Mesa Studio on a Workbench Wednesday. Hope you are having a great day wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching this. Got something a little bit different planned today, something special I hope. You might notice that I'm wearing my Gruesome Gulch Railroad t-shirt, and that's because today we're going to be bidding a fond adios and happy trails to the On30 Gruesome Gulch Railroad. That's right, it's a little bittersweet. The Gruesome Gulch Railroad is headed off to regions beyond. I spent 2 years working on this off and on over 2022, finishing up in October of 2023. And my intention all along was to let it go, to sell it when it was finished. And I put it out there to my channel members on Patreon and let them know that the layout was indeed for sale. Had several interested parties, but one of them made me an offer that I couldn't refuse, so it's going off now to a private collector out of state. So the Gruesome Gulch layout will no longer be here in Thunder Mesa Studio after probably the end of July. So yes, it is a little bittersweet. Sometimes it's difficult to, let these things go when you've put so much time and creative energy into them, but the truth is, I need the space in the studio for future expansion of the Thunder Mesa layout and for other projects that I have planned. So really, it's time for the Gruesome Gulch to move on down the line. And the final time you'll likely be able to see the layout in person here at the studio will be at my upcoming open studio on July the 6th of this year. That's really only a couple of weeks away as the recording of this, so sorry for the short notice, but it really can't be helped. But for today, what I'd really like to do is take one final trip on the Gruesome Gulch and document it for old time's sake, and I hope you'll come along on the ride with me, and I hope you'll also stick around to the end of the video where I'll be talking about what might come next. So we'll get down under here and switch everything on one more time. Turn on the projector. And we'll turn the house lights down, get the proper ambiance. my friends, is that. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, as we bid a final fond farewell to the Gruesome Gulch Railroad. May she rest in peace at her new home. But seriously, you know, this project has been a joy from beginning to end. I had so much fun designing this and building this and sharing it with all of you. And the response from the audience has been incredibly gratifying. Everyone seemed to enjoy the project quite a bit. But now it's time to move on and talk about what might be coming next. So the reimagining of the Thunder Mesa layout is coming along nicely. Started to build some bench work for that. And I've still got the Goldfield and Calico here right across the aisle. Lots to do there. And as you might know, if you're a subscriber, I just recently finished the On30 Bandit Canyon Railway. This was a lot of fun too. And you know, I just love these little mini layouts so much that even though I've got all these other projects to do, you know, I'm bound to do another one. So what's it going to be? To be perfectly honest, I haven't decided 100% yet. So none of this is etched in stone. But I've been kicking a few different ideas around, and one thing that really appeals to me is pirates. Something with pirates in it. And, you know, I could do a town like Tortuga with a pirate harbor and, you know, a steam train. But, you know, steam trains and pirates, they don't really overlap, historically speaking, and that even though I'm a total fantasy modeler and dyed-in-the-wool freelancer, it still makes my eye twitch a little bit. I mean, I can come up with story armor to make that work in my brain, but it's kind of a tough sell. So it would have to be more complete fantasy. And one of course, the most enduring fantasies of all time is the Peter Pan stories. And several years ago, I announced a layout called the Skull Rock in Neverland, which I never got around to even starting. I built a planning model, and that's about as far as it got. I would really like to go back and revisit that idea, I think. But again, this is not etched in stone. I might do it. That might be my next mini layout. I'm not sure. I have a lot of other projects going on here, like I mentioned, but I really love that idea, and I keep coming back to it again and again. There's no official track plan yet. I probably won't use the original track plan that I came up with, even though I like it. I want to do something a little bit smaller than that. And I think it is still going to be in HON30 rather than ON18 or ON30, but you know, don't hold me to that either. I could change my mind on that if I'm you know, really not enjoying working in HO scale, since I'm so used to O scale. But you know, the Skull Rock in Neverland would be a lot of fun. I still have an old Revell kit of the Captain Hook's pirate ship that used to be at Disneyland. I have that kit stashed away, or at least a more modern version of it stashed away, and it could work in HO scale. So something simmering on the back burner in the back of my mind. Now, this is not something that's going to happen right away. We'll you know, we'll see what happens with the other layouts, and once the Gruesome Gulch is on its way, then possibly I'll have a more official announcement to make. But in the meantime, that's going to be a wrap on this very special episode of Workbench Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed saying farewell to the Gruesome Gulch with me. What a great project. I really loved it, and I loved sharing it with all of you. Until next time, you can also follow Thunder Mesa over on Instagram, and you can see what's new on the Thunder Mesa Studio website at thundermesa.studio. As always, a huge shout out and thank you to our Patreon members who help to make these videos possible. If it's your first time here, I hope you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll see the new videos coming in your feed from Thunder Mesa Studio in the future. Keep moving forward, my friends. Adios for now.